Hello, this is Parish Garden, and welcome to my 9 to 5. Today we are looking at my garden and everything that is growing and not growing. You see all the pots there? Some of them you can see green, others you can't. Um, that doesn't mean that everything's dead. There are some little tiny things in there trying. So I'm gonna go around and put those little flags on the empty ones. And then I'm going to reseed them. It's been more than 14 days. Everything should have come out, grown, not be so empty and lonely. And there are some that do have a little tiny sprout trying really hard. So I'm going to leave those alone. Obviously, I'm going to water them, but other than that, there's a lot of green there going on. Not all of it is good. There's some weeds in there, and there's some weird big plants. And then there's a lot of volunteer sunflowers. And as much as I don't want to rip them out, I have to. They're growing in the wrong spot. They're taking energy from the soil where I don't want them to take it from. I do have pots with sunflower seeds in them. That's where I want the sunflowers. Not up here in the front where they're going to block the walkway. That's not good. And also they're blocking sunlight from a lot of plants. So those are a few things that I need to handle here. I don't get to all of it. This is a Tuesday video. And I've decided that Tuesday, if I start early enough, is going to be my gardening day. Tuesday's the day I don't water the garden because the gardener gets there, and so that way the grass won't be heavy when they're cutting the lawn. I don't water it. That also means that my shoes will be dry when I walk across the yard, and nothing is too wet where like my hands are muddy. You see me there. So you see all the flags now, and you see me there with a paper, and I have to count. I'm doing the top row. But yeah, no muddy hands. Looks like the phone shifted a lot. Should have checked it, but whatever. So yeah, that's why Tuesday is going to be a gardening day. Of course, the soil is slightly wet from the other days that it waters. It waters on Monday. So that keeps it loose enough for me to remove weeds and stuff. But yeah. So I'm going, you see, I have the little paper, I have seeds, and I'm digging in there, putting seeds down, and then I remove the flag so that way I know I handled it. You see quite a few flags here. And it's kind of simple. I just count. The top row has a pattern of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it does that 4 times. I really don't know. So what has grown? My sweet peas have grown. I can see a little tiny thing on all my little buckets. I think there's sage in all of them. Okay, so sweet peas are 5, sage is 2. My number ones, which are the columbine, or the dillweed. I don't remember. Those ones don't. Those ones needed to be replanted. There was something else. My lupins, which might be 3 or 4, I can't remember. It might be 3. Those were all in there. So they just needed a good drink. And I can't remember what the other one is. Okay, so I went out and I found the same paper that I'm holding in the video. So I won't just be sitting here guessing. One is the columbines. They haven't popped out and I put more seeds in. 2 is the sage. All of this sage is growing. I didn't have to add any more, I think. If I did, it was just 1. 3 is cologne. It hasn't worked out. Well, no, it did work out last year. It was just too weird. So what I did, I put dill this year. I heard dill is great for butterflies. 4 is the lupin. All the lupin are coming up. The thing about lupin is that it gets too dry over there and it dies. So lupin does sprout. It just never blooms. So hopefully they'll do better this year. And 5 is the sweet peas. All the sweet peas are coming in. I'm happy about that. Now down to the middle row. Let me see. 1 was aster. Aster never grows for me, but I'm always going to try. 2 is bachelor button. I don't remember. Oh, I put this Texas bell or something like that. It's a weird blue Texas bonnet. I'm trying something new on 2. 3 is the Neustrums. Those always come out. They don't care. They're gonna grow and be beautiful. They were all filled. 4 is Alisums. Most of those were there. I did have to put a few more seeds in there, but most of them were coming up. The Alisums. And they're the purple ones, obviously. You can see a little bit back in there. Those are coming up nice. 4, 5. What's 5? Fox and Candy Top. They do grow sometimes. They don't grow sometimes. I think I did have to add them to all of the 5s. I'm still holding on hope on them. 6 is basil. I think only he had to put 1 thing of basil because all the other ones had their basil. So basil's coming in nice. Basil. And 7 are my petunias. So the middle row is a pattern of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I just need to find the petunias at the store. The purple ones, obviously. That's why I can't just get any one. I gotta get the purple ones. My dog is chewing on a branch. She's crazy. Anyways, so that's the middle row. The bottom row has a funny pattern. The pattern is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it reverses itself. Number 1 is the California poppies, the golden poppies. Actually, I like to get the Thai ones that are kind of more squaggly. They're smaller, as in the plant size. So that's why I like those. But I do get the orange and pink ones. Number 2 is the Johnny Jump Ups and Marigolds. The Marigolds are not doing well, but most of the Johnnies are there. I had to add 1 more set of Johnny Jump Ups there. So for the most part, all of the Johnnies have succeeded. Number 3, it's saffron. It's the little saffron. I think it's crocs, something like that. One for the plants. The plants are cute. They do seem to be coming up. There might be just 1 plant or 1 bucket that's empty. I can't do too much about that. Number 4, I put zinnias. It seems to be the only spot that I actually put zinnias on because the top 2 rows don't have any. And I put the Thumbelina size ones, so again, the plant would be small. Those were all it. The only ones I needed to add the California poppies. All of my zinnias are in. And the saffron. There's a couple of them that need to be worked on, but I might put something different there on the ones that don't have any saffron flowers. They're called croxus or something like that. I'm not good with names. So yeah, I'll put other plants there instead if they don't pop up. But yeah, well, how much time do I have? I've got 6 minutes. So yeah, um, it did seem like there's a lot of flags out there. Thankfully, they were mainly the same thing over and over, and also there was a lot growing. It's just you have to get really up close and personal to spot it. I mean, there is a lot of other green going on. I have a ground cover that is just sweeping over everything, which is perfect because it's not allowing new weeds to grow. The area where there's bad ground cover, which are weeds, we just have to get past that. Pick them up, like, well, root them out, so that way the other stuff could grow and it'll completely cover. It could become a problem if I don't keep it outside of the container, so I have to be able to see each container. Other than that, it's green. You can't ask for more than green. So far so good. I'm happy with the way it looks. There's gopher holes. There are gopher holes everywhere. I just wish they were like those Harry Potter plants that snares things and suffocates them. But I'm sure that would be more detrimental to humans than to gophers. Um, yeah. I still don't know how to get rid of gophers. But as far as the plants growing, seeds sprouting and taking hold, it seems to be going good. Counting the bottom row is hard because I have to remember not to just start over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2. So that could be a bit difficult. And the pattern of 5 and 7 at the bottom is enough of a difference where it's not just the same repetitive plants over and over. So that breaks the pattern up. And that's why I did the 1, 2, 3, 4 at the bottom. Because there's not very many plants that can stay small. That one I like to attract the butterflies. And 3 that stay small. And that are good at growing here. That's another thing. So this area is very hot. That's not the main problem. The main problem that it could also be dry if water isn't properly sprayed onto them. And that's why these sprinklers have been a big problem for me. So that's why the pattern of 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1 had to so it could not just be a repetitive pattern with the top two rows. But yeah, for dinner today, what was for dinner? Dinner was the bow tie pastas with chicken and a pesto sauce, cherry tomatoes sprinkled on top. I didn't get to record it because by the end of this, um, the camera was a little overheated and it was like almost dead. It was like at 3%. So I didn't get to that. Honestly, I was just, moving on with life. But that's that was that's what was for dinner, and that was my Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Bye.